What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Going to do another episode of It's Broken. Except I'm going to change things up. Today I'm going to talk about a card that I believe is being unjustly and unfairly treated as far as the ban list is concerned. I'm going to talk about a card that's currently restricted to one but doesn't really have any business being there. Formula Synchron is a card that I do not believe is broken. It's simply a victim of Konami being a prisoner of the moment, and for lack of a better word, it was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now guys, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Just because you're not broken by yourself doesn't mean you're not broken. Like, I don't care how you explain it or how you try and explain it. There's no two ways about it. Butterfly Dagger Element is a broken card. And it's only broken because Gear Freed exists. But that doesn't change the point that it's broken. The fact is, that card allows you to do OTKs and FCKs just because of Gear Freed. And it doesn't work just about with any other card. But because those two conditions are met, the card's broken. Formula Synchron is exactly like that. It's not broken by itself. In fact, it does very little by itself. And actually, when you add it in conjunction with most cards in the game, it doesn't really do anything that I think is overpowering, except for Tech Genesis Hyper Librarian, which is currently limited, so I can live with that. Formula Synchron, he's basically just a product of hanging out with a bad crowd. Like, it was never about Formula Synchron re-invoking himself. It was the ease that you can make Formula Synchron every single turn consistently, and sometimes you can make them for free. The tuners were the real problem. Glow Up Bulb, Spore, and Fishboard Blaster. They were the real criminals here, not Formula Synchron. You guys want to know who Formula Synchron really is? Formula Synchron's that 14-year-old kid from Jersey who finds out that his next door neighbors are actually in the mafia. So he goes and he says, please let me in the family. Please let me be a gangster like you guys. So they say, okay. But he's not a made man. He's not a wise guy. He's just running errands. He's just picking up their coffee, their dry cleaners, rebooting their iPhones. Then, a couple months later, it's a Sunday afternoon. Everybody's sitting down eating lasagna, watching the Jets game. Cops rush in, kick down the doors. Everybody gets arrested. It's on the news. 20 mobsters arrested. Everybody's thinking, oh man, I can't believe that happened. Good thing they caught those guys. No, it wasn't 20 mobsters arrested. It was 19 mobsters and a kid. The point of my story is, just because you hang out with mobsters doesn't make you a mobster yourself. Formula Synchron appeared to be broken because he was always around broken ass cards. Dandelion, and Glow Up Bulb, and Spore, and Fishboard Blaster. Tuners that revive themselves in a lot of cases for free, or in Fishboard Blaster's case, you could do it over and over and over and over and over again. So of course Formula Synchron is going to look like a problem, but he actually wasn't. Tech Genesis Hyper Librarian is at 1, so chances are you're not always going to have Tech Genesis Hyper Librarian when you summon Formula Synchron, so that's kind of a moot point. The only deck that I could really see abusing this card would be Laval's, but that's a completely different argument because we all know Rekindling shouldn't be at 3 anyway, so it's not Formula Synchron's fault that Rekindling is broken. Obviously, Rekindling should be addressed. So I think that overall, Formula Synchron at 2, possibly 3, we'll just say 2 for now, is not going to create a whole lot of damage. And the card is just, it's completely unjustified on the restriction list. Let me know what you guys think. Click on that as always, and hopefully there'll be another episode of It's Broken soon.